Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we're back with another banging video. So, if you're new, guys, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and join the family. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and help your girl out. Now, guys, in this video, we are gonna talk about Miss Meganthestallion filing a restraining order against Tory Lanez, who is currently serving 10 years behind bars at California prison after he was found guilty. Meganthestallion is filing another restraining order. Let's talk about it, because I don't know what else Meganthestallion wants from Tory Lanez at this point. Is it that she's using Tory Lanez in every movement that he makes, or every time Tory Lanez opens his mouth, Meganthestallion is using this man for clout and popularity? Because Tory Lanez is being held accountable for what he did to you. And because Tory Lanez is working on a project with DDG, and Tory Lanez said that he regrets that the night the incident took place, he didn't stay in the pool with Kylie Jenner. He was like, if I could go back to that time, I would have stayed in that pool with Kylie. And Meganthestallion is now filing a restraining order because of that. And I'm wondering, like, where is the disconnect? Isn't she saying the same to herself? Because think about it for a second. Let's think about it from a logical point of view, leaving your emotions out of it. If Tory Lanez had stayed in the pool that night with Kylie Jenner, Meganthestallion wouldn't have had a bullet in her foot. Tory Lanez wouldn't be doing 10 years behind bars. They would be doing some kind of nonsense at this point in time. Chances are they would have still been friends and maybe having a baby, getting engaged or just being messy. But there's absolutely nothing in that for her to say it's an harassment. You know, Meganthestallion, honestly, I think that she is, focusing her energy, or maybe she is scared, or she has some kind of trauma. And because she has trauma, every time Tory Lanez says something, even if there's no malicious intended, she sees it as a threat. But if that's the case, shouldn't she be doing therapy instead? I don't get it. And not just that, they're even saying that Tory Lanez's father, right? Tory Lanez's father is being included, saying that he's tormenting Meganthestallion because he's allegedly coordinating with a blogger. Do you guys know Milagro, the young lady that Meganthestallion is suing? Meganthestallion is saying that Tory Lanez's father is, collaborating with her to torment her, Meganthestallion. No. I've done my research, and from what I understand, it's that Milagro, she does her show, really good at it too, and she would ask people, if you want the show to continue, donate to the show, donate to the cause, yada yada. Chances are Tory Lanez's father might have been a long-standing fan of the show. And let's say, right? Let's say, Tory Lanez's father became a fan of the show because Milagro is diving in on the topic and doing some new discovery. And Tory Lanez's father liked the fact that someone is speaking out on, his son's behalf, and he gave a donation to the show. It doesn't mean that they're collaborating together. It means that he's fueling her passion for her project. It doesn't mean it's a collaboration to antagonize Meganthestallion. So there's so many points and so many different ways that you could look at this, and it's really sad that Meganthestallion is somehow allowed to do this to this young man again, but she can go on and do 101 interview, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's not seen as her, harassing this man, but she can file restraining order against, I don't even know how that makes sense. I don't even know how you file a restraining order against someone who says, I wish I had stayed in the pool that night. So you're saying that Tory Lanez should never talk about, things from his perspective, even if it doesn't include you. So you're saying that if, let's say 3 years ago, you were at Rock Nation brunch and Tory Lanez was there, and Tory Lanez is talking about something that happened at the Rock Nation brunch, but it doesn't involve you. He has no right to talk about his experience, even though he's not talking about you. But I understand the pool incident means that he's saying if he had stayed with Kylie, he wouldn't be behind bars, and it's the truth. So why is it that the truth is so offensive? Is it that you're looking at it as, you know what? If he stayed in that pool, I wouldn't have him behind. Like, I really and honestly don't see the sense. What more does Meganthestallion wants from Tory Lanez? It's too much. She's doing too much. And I do hope that his legal team puts an end to this, because at this point in time, we can honestly say that Tory Lanez is not the problem at this point in time. It is you, Meganthestallion, believing that this man should not have freedom of expression. He's not physically attacking you. He's not verbally attacking you. He's saying that I have regrets, and any human being, any well-thinking human being with a functioning brain who doesn't have any sort of remorse after something so atrocious and ugly as happened to both him and yourself, if he doesn't ever say that out, what kind of person would that be? You know, he's saying that he regretted that he didn't stay in a pool with Kylie because it was after they left the pool that things got ugly. What is so hard in that to understand, to analyze and interpret that? He's saying that if he had stayed in the pool, he would have had his freedom. You wouldn't have been shot in your foot, and Nicki Minaj wouldn't be telling you to get up on your good foot and your big foot and all of that jazz. I don't know why, you know, she's being so abusive to this man, because at this point, I think it's honestly the other way around. I think it is Tory Lanez who needs to file a restraining order against Meganthestallion, because the guy is 10 years behind bars. 10 freaking years. What the heck else do you want? Like, what else do you want? You know, it's given Tyrese. What more do you want from, what more do you want from Tory Lanez, Megan? A kidney? My God. So, like, it's so abrasive. But guys, I want to give you some more context. As you guys know, I like to do. So let's get into this report. They're saying Tory Lanez hit back at Meganthestallion ridiculous harassment claims. Tell you what, let's pull it from TMZ. I think because Daily Mail has taken it from TMZ, so we want to pull it from the source directly. Now, Tory Lanez is firing back at Meganthestallion as she seeks a restraining order against him, and his legal team says she's not to be believed. The rapper's legal team tell TMZ Megan claimed that Tory filed legal docs to undermine her new Amazon documentary is ridiculous. She's always having something going on. Like, my God, she doesn't know peace. Even when she gets a peace, she creates chaos on herself. Now they're saying instead, Tory Lanez's legal team says the timing of the legal filing Meg is referenced had nothing to do with the release of her documentary and was filed simply to comply with legal deadlines. So she's lying on him again. TMZ wrote the story in a request for a restraining order. Megan claims Tory is waging psychological warfare by allegedly employing an army of bloggers to talk trash about her online. Does she have evidence of this? Bloggers talk trash about every celebrity, every turning point. You know, who is paying us to talk about jayz, Diddy? And the list goes on. Come on. No. TMZ saying, our sources also told us Meganthestallion legal team has proof connecting Tory to the blogger who's been bashing her, namely financial records of a handful of payments Tory's father allegedly made to Elizabeth Milagro Cooper between October 2020 and March 2022, totaling $3,000. That's a donation to her program. That's not payment. You can't pay a blogger $3,000 over 2 years. That's ridiculous. That's like donating $100 here, and then maybe in the next 2 months he donates maybe $150. Like, these people are so ridiculous. Now they're saying Tory's legal team is pushing back on that claim too, telling TMZ the payment had nothing to do with Lanez and the truth will be revealed in court. His team also takes a shot at Megan, saying folks need to stop believing the narrative she's pushing, referencing Megan admitting she lied to Gayle King about having sex with Tory. Now, I do understand what is going on, but if we're being honest, $3,000 to a blogger that resides in the United States. If this was a Jamaican blogger and, you know, the court documents is saying, well, we sent you, $3,000 between, 2020 to 2022, I would say that's a payment, you know, because of the conversion rate. I would say that's a payment. And, you know, it sounds like a contract. But in America, a dollar is a dollar, and that's over 2 years. He donates to her program because she asks people, you know, if you want to keep the show going, please send a donation, you know, because sometimes people see creators on platforms and you think that, oh my God, they make so much money. Oh my God, look at that video. That video has so many views. Bank for her, bank for him. Heck no. You want to see the sense? Come on. So I find it highly ridiculous that Meganthestallion and her legal team, they're doing this. And if she gets away with this, I would say to Tory Lanez, you need a new legal team because she's being the bully at this point. Honestly, again, let me reiterate, I definitely understand pain, suffering, and trauma like none other. Honestly, like none other. But you know what we should support? People being rehabilitated. And Tory Lanez saying that he regrets that he got out of that pool, and that is common sense. Anyone with a functioning brain can see that it's common sense. Because if he had stayed in that darn pool with Kylie, even if he was smashing Kylie, even if he smashed Kylie 10 times for that night, it means that Megan wouldn't have been pew-pewed in the foot and he wouldn't be behind bars, locked away like a little bird in a cage. Common sense. What is so wrong with common sense? Make common sense great again. My God, it's so annoying, irritating, and like really just what the heck more does she want from that man? What do you want, Meganthestallion? Are you sure it's Tory this time around? Because girl, please go hug a tree. And that's all I have to say about that for this video. Stay safe, guys. Stay safe. It's okay to get therapy if you can afford to. Therapy is healthy, okay? Talk to your pastor. If you cannot afford therapy, talk to your friends. Just find someone to talk to. Go earthing, go grounding, you know, swim in a large body of water. But please, even when someone has done you wrong, once you're held accountable, let the justice system works. Tory Lanez is behind bars. I mean, you have at this time maybe 8 years, maybe 5 minimum to inhale and exhale easily. And I know that when Tory gets out, he's not going to do that again because no one with a career who was making good money, who was smashing Kylie, wants to be locked away again like that. So we need to ensure that, you know, we lobby for not just Megan, but also Tory Lanez as well. And that's all I have to say about that. See you guys in my next video. Peace.